On a night when the Tempest seemed intent on unspooling the very fabric of reality, a wild lion ambled through the sliding doors of an old urban hospital. Amid the relentless drum of rain and the low growl of thunder, Nurse Anna Quell, a seasoned caregiver with 15 years of stories etched in her tired eyes, found herself transfixed. The storm's fury was only a harbinger of what was to come. Before her, the massive beast, its golden mane slick with rain, moved with a deliberate calm, cradling in its powerful jaws a bundle swathed in a weathered cloth. What secrets could a creature so out of place possibly be safeguarding? In that charged moment, the world around her seemed to hold its breath. As chaos erupted, patients startled awake, chairs clattering, voices rising in alarm, the lion's deep, knowing gaze locked with Anna's. There was a silent plea in its eyes, as if it carried the weight of destinies untold. Dr. Richard Mayfield, the hospital's unconventional veterinarian called in to mend a police canine, arrived at the scene. His usual composed manner wavered as he took in the surreal tableau. "What on earth is happening?" he murmured, voice tight with incredulity. Yet, in the lion's gentle deposit of the mysterious bundle, Anna sensed an invitation to venture beyond the ordinary. Could this be fate, an unforeseen convergence of lives in the midst of a raging storm? With a courage that belied her inner turmoil, Anna stepped forward into the eye of the maelstrom. Ignoring the frantic shouts around her, she knelt and unfurled the bundle. Beneath the tattered blanket lay not an injured animal, but a tiny, enigmatic creature no larger than a house cat. Its soft fur was interwoven with shimmering scales, and its half-closed amber eyes exuded a quiet, undying vitality. "Oh my God," she whispered, heart-pounding. The lion, its enormous form now sagging with exhaustion, lowered its head in a tender gesture, as if to say, "I trust you." Was it chance, or had destiny chosen her as its guardian? Within the makeshift examination room, its sterile light casting harsh shadows, the lion's condition was scrutinized. Dr. Mayfield's steady hands and scientific curiosity unraveled the creature's secrets. Its cells were not static but dynamically adapting to the environment, a marvel of evolutionary wonder. As Anna cradled the fragile being, whose every exhalation seemed a testament to a hidden purpose, the situation grew more complex. Carl Noak, the hospital's burly head of security, burst in with news of approaching government operatives. "We've got reporters outside, and now these guys are here," he announced, his tone blending frustration with a hint of fear. How could something so otherworldly incite the machinery of power? Determined not to let this miracle be reduced to a mere spectacle, Anna and Richard resolved to protect the creature, now affectionately dubbed Rex, and the lion that had delivered it. When a peculiar metallic object tumbled from the bundle, its surface inscribed with shifting, intricate symbols, the stakes were raised further. Richard's analytical gaze narrowed as he examined the artifact. "These markings, they're not random. They're like instructions from a mind far beyond our own," he murmured, a mix of awe and dread tinting his voice. Yet, with security closing in and news already swirling like wildfire outside, the trio made a hasty decision: they must disappear into the labyrinthine tunnels beneath the hospital. What unknown paths might they discover in the dark beneath the storm? The descent into the underbelly of the building was fraught with tension. Guided by flickering flashlights and a hastily retrieved map from dusty archives, Anna, Richard, and Carl navigated forgotten maintenance corridors. The passageways, cold and claustrophobic, gave way to strange, reactive symbols etched into the walls, symbols that pulsed in rhythm with Rex's gentle chirps. At every step, the creature's amber glow provided reassurance amid the oppressive darkness. "These marks, they're alive," Richard whispered, tracing a glowing line that vibrated softly beneath his fingertips. Were they being led somewhere, or simply escaping the clutches of fate? Their journey culminated in a vast, circular chamber deep beneath the hospital, a place where the tunnel walls were crowned by towering pillars, each engraved with luminous symbols. At the center, a raised platform bathed in concentric rings of light pulsed with a mysterious energy. Rex, carried carefully by Anna, stepped onto the platform with a grace that belied its diminutive size. Almost as if awakened by the creature's presence, the symbols on the pillars shimmered and rearranged themselves, forming a cryptic map that seemed to pulse with the heartbeat of the room. What ancient force had been stirred, and to what end? Before they could unravel the mystery, the distant echoes of approaching footsteps shattered the chamber's reverie. A team of shadowed figures, clad in dark tactical gear and armed with unwavering resolve, emerged from the tunnel. Their leader's icy command rang out: "That creature doesn't belong to you. Step away now." But Anna's protective instinct blazed as fiercely as the light on the platform. It came to us, she declared, voice trembling with both fear and defiance. It's not an object, it's alive. In the battle between control and compassion, which side would triumph? Tension mounted until Rex's piercing cry split the air. In an instant, the platform erupted in a brilliant beam of light, swelling into a vortex that consumed the chamber. Amid the chaos, Anna clutched Richard's hand as the world dissolved into a kaleidoscopic swirl of colors and sound. They floated, weightless and disoriented, in a surreal void where time seemed both suspended and rushing by. When the tumult subsided, they found themselves standing on solid ground beneath a vast, alien canopy. The jungle clearing around them was alive with bioluminescent foliage, twisting trees, and an ethereal glow that bathed everything in hues of violet and deep green. Had they crossed a threshold from which there was no return? Before them, a magnificent structure had risen organically from the earth, its walls curved and inscribed with the same shifting symbols they had witnessed in the tunnels. Rex, ever the silent guide, trotted purposefully toward the arching entrance. Despite a lingering uncertainty, Anna felt an inexplicable pull, as if the creature's trust was a beacon leading them to destiny. "We follow it," Richard said, his voice a blend of wonder and resolve, "because it brought us here for a reason." What secret knowledge lay hidden beyond this threshold? Inside, the structure unfurled into a breathtaking circular chamber. Towering pillars, alive with radiant symbols, encircled a central pedestal upon which rested a mysterious, spherical device. Its surface, etched with shifting, purposeful patterns, pulsed with a steady light, as though it contained the very heartbeat of creation. In a moment of transcendent clarity, holographic images burst forth around them, visions of sprawling alien landscapes, fluid cities woven into nature, and a network of worlds interconnected by luminous threads. Could this be the blueprint of existence itself? Then, as if summoned by their presence, a voice, not heard but deeply felt, filled the chamber. "You have come seeking answers," it intoned, ancient and gentle, resonating within their minds. "We are the keepers of balance. This place is a convergence point, a nexus of life's potential. Your world is but one thread in a vast tapestry, and the responsibility to protect it now lies with you." Anna's heart thundered. "Why us? What are we to do?" she whispered. The presence replied with serene authority, "To safeguard this knowledge is to bear its weight. You must choose, and with that choice, shape the future. Will you take this path?" In that moment, the weight of countless worlds pressed upon their souls. Richard's eyes flashed with a fierce determination as he surveyed the holographic network, a sprawling map of intertwined destinies, marred in places by creeping shadows of corruption. "We start by understanding what we're dealing with," he vowed, the scientist in him now tempered by resolve. "If these threads are breaking, then we must mend them, before the imbalance spreads." Rex chirped softly, its radiant scales pulsing in synchrony with the device. The symbols rearranged one last time, delineating a pathway, a series of intricate routes marked on the holographic map that led to key nexus points across the interconnected worlds. Could unity and understanding be the true power to restore balance? The ethereal voice spoke once more, its tone both solemn and urgent. "This path will test you. You will face choices that weigh heavily on your heart, but remember, the strength to preserve balance lies not in power, but in unity. Trust one another, and trust the guardian that stands before you." Anna placed her hand gently on Rex's warm, glowing back, feeling the creature's silent promise. "We'll do whatever it takes," she declared, her voice steady despite the storm of uncertainty raging within her. Richard nodded, his eyes reflecting both the light of the device and the fierce resolve burning in his heart. "There's no turning back now," he said softly. As the holographic map imprinted itself in their memories and the light from the pedestal slowly dimmed to a steady, reassuring glow, the chamber fell into a sacred stillness. The voice's final words echoed in the recesses of their minds. "The journey ahead is yours to shape. Go now, and carry this knowledge with you, the balance of all worlds depends on it." In the gentle afterglow of that transcendent moment, Anna and Richard emerged once more into the jungle clearing beneath a sun that hung low on the horizon. Long shadows stretched across vibrant foliage as the forest whispered secrets of ancient times. Rex remained at Anna's side, its amber eyes aglow with quiet assurance. "This is it," Anna murmured, the enormity of their task settling heavily upon her shoulders. "There's no turning back," Richard agreed, his gaze fixed on the uncertain path ahead. With Rex as their steadfast guide and the promise of a future intertwined with infinite possibilities, they stepped forward into the wild unknown, a destiny forged in courage, unity, and the unyielding pursuit of balance.